JD, a 0-0 draw with Whitby Town today to close pre-season. Definitely wasn't a 0-0 game, to be fair, with the chances made. But yeah, what was your assessment of today's game, and what can you take from that?
I think collectively we played well. I think we looked solid. We created plenty. It's quite difficult out there in the end because it was really hot. But I wanted to try and get 90 minutes into some of the lads, so I wanted them to get through that a bit. I think it was a bit of a test for both teams. But the only thing missing at the minute is the most important part, isn't it? Is putting it in the net. I think out of the probably 5, 6, 7 decent chances today, we've either hit the bar or we've hit everything at Shane Bland, and he doesn't drop anything, he doesn't spill anything. So we could have done better in front of goal, and that's the only thing missing, really.
Yeah, so we've had some good results against the teams below us, some difficult results against the teams above us. But how is it compared to playing a team in your league and to compete well against them as well? How different is that to those other pre-season games?
Yeah, it's more realistic, I think, because sometimes when you play teams that are below you, they're set up in a different way than maybe they would when they're playing teams from their league. Teams above you, it's a little bit different as well, because you're not going to play them most of the time, although you like a test. But that was realistic to what we're going to find this year. I think we played better than Whitby today. I think we looked like we were the better team out there. But more importantly, I think it's good to get through without any injuries, just to get through, to focus on Prescott, really. And competitive games are different. It's difficult. Pre-season is difficult for every team that's in pre-season, because managers are scared about players getting injured. You've got players away on holidays, and trying to put a flowing team out regularly and to get your players on the pitch as much as possible is difficult. So it's a tricky time of the year for anybody, really. And as soon as it's finished, everybody's better for it. So roll on Prescott, really.
Is that the plan when you make the pre-season games, to have that sort of realistic end to it against the club? Is that why the game was organised?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and we like to be tested against teams from above. But it's sometimes a different test from below. And then the Whitby game fell in at this point, really, rather than sort of link it on to teams from our league. Normally we don't play teams from our league, but it suited us and suited them for that to happen. But like I say, it's more important just to focus on next week now. I think we're there, pretty much there, to go into a competitive game where we want to hit the ground running, we want to win the game.
Yeah, obviously next week it all does start for real with a trip to Prescott Cables, quickly followed by a home game against Workington. But how ready are you for that? How prepared are you, and how are you feeling going into it?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the guys. I think the fitness levels are bang on where they need to be. I think the new signings have bedded in well. I think they look like they're comfortable within the squad and the starting 11. The formations that we're playing, whichever we want to do, I think suits us at different times for different games. I think we look solid in a 3-5-2. Although we haven't scored a lot in that formation, we do look solid. We've seemed to score more when we play at 4 with one striker. But again, that's down to us to see which is delivering the best for us against what sort of opposition. We expect Prescott to be a battle. And then very similar against Workington, really. So the football side of things might have to take a step back, and it might just have to be work rate and battling in the next 2 games to get anything out of those two.
And how nice is it as well to get that sort of reliable 2 different setups, very different styles of play, to have them working well in your arsenal?
It's good because we said that at the start of last season was the first time we're really going to look to play a 3-5-2. Over the years we've always played a 4, and it's been a 4-3-3 or a version of that. But we said last year we might have to drop into a 5 at times, because we know the opposition is going to be hard to play against. The difference of it this year is we want to play 2 up front at certain times, and that's when the 3-5-2 will come into play. So we've changed a lot and played a lot with them both, and I think it's really important, because it's not just personnel that you can change then you can actually change the way that you set up on the pitch and how players are going to play. So to be comfortable to play 4 to play both of those 2 formations is really important to us, yeah.